Hello.
A new place.
Oh, hello, Ross.
Of course, I just got off this meeting, and now David's calling me. Give me 1 second.
Okay, we're gonna go back to chilling with Dylan. All right, hey guys, it's chilling with Dylan. Ross is not is Ross is busy with a bunch of different things right now. So that's what's going on with that. Let's just chill and hang out during the end of this Oral Roberts Ohio State game in overtime. How's that? And then we can chill during that, and then wait to start the show until the show until Ross is ready. So yeah, we're just chilling with Dylan right now. Are y'all watching the Oral Roberts game? Okay, there was a turnover. Oh, listen, I had Ohio State in my bracket final, but I would not be upset at a loss here by Ohio State. Always a big fan of a 15 seed being a 2 seed, and it looks like it's going to have a 6-point game, minute and a half. Ooh, travel. Ooh, yeesh. Who do y'all have winning March Madness? If you're watching this, tell me who you have winning March Madness. Come on. Let me type this. Let me tweet out that. Just a beautiful move right there. Able to attack off the getting into the perimeter, the interior, drawing the foul. And Washington Jr., we know he can shoot the ball, but he is dangerously attacking. All right. There we go. And one to. Can he cut it to a 3-point game? And he does. He does cut it to a 3-point game. 72-69, a minute left. This completely destroyed my bracket for this show. I think I have some other brackets where it'll be fine, but for this show specifically, yeah, no. I kind of hope we get a second overtime. That'd be dope. Oh, and this is one possession game. They're gonna fouled. Okay. Ooh. I forgot the end of basketball games. The last minute of basketball games really take like 10 minutes minimum. Mm-hmm. Huh. No good. Oh, yeesh. There's a lot of Ohio State fans in attendance. Missed both of them. Wow.
I hate this so much.
What do you hate?
I need Ohio State to win.
But they're not going to win, Ross.
They have to win. Dylan.
They're not going to win, Ross.
I know, and it's the worst.
Why did you pick them to win or something?
Dylan, I have a job that requires good teams to win things.
Well, you know what I mean? That's not going to happen, Ross.
Like, my problem here is that Jay Stevens does such an incredible job with Locked On Ohio State, Locked On Buckeyes. I need Jay Stevens to be able to put out content for the next week or the next few weeks.
Well, Ohio State can't hit a shot.
I know. It's the worst. It's the worst. All right, I'm going to take
this
live.
What about Locked On Oral Roberts, huh?
Yeah, well, Locked On Oral Roberts, first of all, doesn't exist, and second of all, will never exist. And so, so it's not happening. All right, I'm gonna take us live over on the audio side since we're all here
All
now.
right, and then I can explain my new location to you.
Yeah, that's perfect. I'm just gonna start us. We don't need intro or
Okay.
any intro
All
music
right,
in
all
here.
right.
What's going on, everybody? We are live over on the audio side. Sorry for the delay today. Lots of important things going on, including March Madness, including NFL free agency, and the upcoming NFL drafts. We have a lot to talk through on today's episode of Dylan and Ross Save Sports. You've got myself, Ross Jackson, at Ross Jackson Nola, Dylan Sanders at Dilly Sanders on Twitter. We appreciate you very much for being here, and shout out Full Press Coverage, Full Press Radio Network. Don't forget to check out Bench Corner as well, because we get our first piece tomorrow on Bench Corner about Falcon and Winter Soldier, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. Dylan, now you are in a new location today, and you said you were going to explain this to me while we're also watching Ohio State get upset by Oral Roberts, which hurts my heart so much.
I cannot be happy.
Tell us a little bit about your new location.
It's a 1-point game, Ross.
1-point game. All right. I'm pulling up the game.
13 seconds left.
What do I need to do? CBS?
It's True TV, I think. It's CBS. It's CBS.
That's not
CBS.
a real channel.
It is. True TV
I know.
is a real channel. Hartford Baylor is on it right now. All right, so he hits both free throws, 75-72, Oral Roberts, Ohio State.
All right, there's going to be a weird sound that's going to pop in. All right,
but Ross, while we wait for this game to happen, yes, I'm in a new location today. I'm dog sitting this weekend.
So
nice. if we look to my right, we got Zoe and Maggie, and yes, I'm dog sitting this weekend. So that is what's going on over here.
I love it.
All right, 3-point game. Ohio State with the ball. Is he gonna? Oh, that is a terrible shot. Oh! No, they can't hit a shot. They did it. Oral Roberts wins it.
No,
Oral Roberts wins it.
Everything sucks. Everything is terrible. I hate this. No.
Oral Roberts wins it in overtime. Oh my God.
I hate you, Oral Roberts.
Okay, Ross, I gotta be real. I hate Oral Roberts too. They beat LSU. They're responsible for 2 of LSU's 3 losses so far this baseball season. Oral Roberts just comes in and apparently is as good as Clemson will ever be. At football, they just beat the top teams every time they play them. Wow, he had a really good wide open 3 at the end.
Open shot.
Wide open 3. That guy, I am sorry to that man. My bracket is ruined. The Dylan and Ross Save Sports.
I think Dylan just froze. The Dylan and Ross Save Sports ... Oh man, this is gonna be rough. Hey, there you are. You're back. Now you might be muted, perhaps.
I'm good.
Oh, there you are. Now we hear you.
All right, cool. Yeah, sorry. This is gonna be an interesting episode for the last 40 minutes. All right, Ross, I have a joke for you to lift your spirits.
It's not gonna work, but please go right ahead.
All right, Ross. So a priest, a rabbi, and a gorilla walk into a bar.
Mm-hmm.
And the bartender says, "What do you think this is? Some kind of joke?"
It's a good joke.
That's it.
Beautifully done. Well managed. Oh,
thank you.
Man.
I am sorry to Jay Stevens.
Jay, my guy, our guy here over at Full Press Coverage as well. He's the host of Locked On Buckeyes, also host of he's also over on Locked On Big Ten as well, Full Press Colts. Like, it's just not the day that I want. He's been tweeting nothing but gifs for the last couple of minutes.
I
Uh,
follow a lot of Ohio people. Oh man. Yeah, here we go. Pouring a shot. Who wants one? What are we having?
is that Jay? Oh, this
Man.
stinks. I hate it.
Every Why is there a whole university named after Oral Roberts from friend of the show Sarah Griffin?
Oh,
Oh man.
the Big Ten
March.
is big sad, according to Finn Scott Stevens.
Yes. Man.
He also
What a
tweeted out with
day.
a photo that so it's the picture of the person holding up the little notepad that says "You okay?" and then responded to it with "No, Ohio State went 9 of 18 from the free throw line."
They
Oh
really were about as clutch as Brendan Ingram has been this season.
man,
Man, what a day, man. We are already starting off, and here we go with 45 seconds left in the first. 12 seed Oregon State is up 33-17 on 5 seed Tennessee.
oh stop eliminating the teams that I need to be able to do shows. Oh my god.
Oh
Oh,
man,
I hate this so much. I hate
we
this
got
so much.
locked on
All right,
Gators.
this has become nothing more than a March Madness reaction episode. Everyone, sorry, but this is what happens when you're live during this tournament, when everything is
Yeah.
wild. Oh, jeez.
Let's check my LSU wins bracket. Who did I have in the finals for that? Ohio State. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
No, I had Texas Tech Houston in the finals for that one.
Oh,
Yeesh.
I am heartbroken. Heartbroken.
My thoughts go out to the content machine that is the Locked On Network.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Tennessee just got a big jolt for the end of the first half, though, because that was a super dope steal, run the floor, and an incredibly athletic layup. That's amazing.
Oh,
Wow. Oh, buddy.
I fell.
Oh, man. Oh, all right. Well, Oregon State, Tennessee going to halftime. Georgia Tech, Loyola, Chicago, pretty close. They're tight at the moment. Oh, God, Dylan. Something's changed here. Baylor is absolutely demolishing Hartford right now, 89-45. Shout out
As they should.
Shout out HBCUs yesterday, moving on. Shout out them. And then earlier today, we had Virginia Tech losing to Florida, Locked On Gators on the way, so that's great. Arkansas got past Colgate, Locked On Razorbacks is still alive.
It was close for a second there.
It was close for a little bit. I was worried about them for a moment. Illinois working past Drexler there, and then Texas Tech beating Utah State so far today. So, woof. Oral Roberts is gonna.
It's so stupid. This whole thing is so stupid.
This should
Shout
not
out to
be
me for having
a-
Ohio State go far in all of my brackets.
Of course you did. Of course you did, and rightfully so.
But the thing is, at least so did everybody else.
Right, exactly. Like the only people that actually picked Oral Roberts to go past Ohio State were people that love upsets and Oral Roberts students and alumni.
Even then, Ross. Even then.
Ugh.
Even then. That's so stupid. That's so stupid.
I'm so mad about Robert.
Listen, I've been there before. Shout out to Oral Roberts. I almost picked Oral Roberts to win that game, Ross, just because of what they did to LSU and ruined my time. It ruined my time at the games I went to.
Of course.
Ugh. I love it. I can't
You know
be
who
mad. I
I'm-
love
you
a
know
good
who-
upset.
You know who I'm mad at?
What?
I'm mad
Who?
at I'm mad at Oral Roberts.
The man?
The person. I'm mad at Oral Roberts. I'm also mad at the university, but I'm mostly mad at Oral Roberts.
All right, let's throw. Oh, I have not. I got to be real, Ross. I had no clue who Earl Roberts was until 30 seconds ago.
All I know is he was a televangelist, if I remember correctly. I don't really know anything about Oral Roberts, but I'm mad at him because the university name has done this to me.
Yes, Granville Oral Roberts was a Choctaw American charismatic Christian televangelist.
Mad at him.
He is considered the godfather of the charismatic movement. Ross.
Well, he can be the godfather of the movement of people that Ross is mad at right now.
Mm-hmm. Let's look up. Let's see, Oral Roberts versus Ohio State history. I want to see
real in-depth coverage here on today's episode, which is mostly centered around heartbreak.
Been broke so many times.
So we now suck when it comes to our brackets. Is there anybody in our bracket challenge that chose?
There's no shot.
Oral Roberts to win?
No shot, bucko. I know Brandon chose Florida to beat Ohio State, so he's fine, I guess, for now.
Yeah.
Because he's a homer.
Shout out to the amount of people. Shout out to everybody that joined the bracket. That's so dope. All right, let's see.
I'm in 6th place. Yeah, no, it does not look like anybody picked that. There are a couple people where that was their only game that they got wrong.
Wow. All right, so I guess we're good there so far then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm over at You are at a 19.6 prediction, Ross.
Yeah, I'm not doing well at the moment.
It's okay.
Not doing well at the moment.
How stupid is this?
I took Utah State. Because I took Virginia Tech over Florida like an idiot. I did take Baylor. I did take Baylor over Hartford, so at least that's on the way.
Let's see. I want to check my brackets.
Oh, Georgia Tech's losing to Loyola Chicago. Okay. All right. Sorry. Yeah, right now.
No, I picked Loyola Chicago. I picked Loyola Chicago.
You picked Loyola Chicago. I did not. All right. Anyway, so that's the news around March Madness. We'll continue to keep you updated as things continue to move along. The big highlights so far, number 15, Oral Roberts, upsetting number 2, Ohio State, which very, very, very much makes me angry and also shakes up quite a bit the South bracket so far of March Madness. So we'll continue to follow this along. The other wins so far in terms of advancing: Florida advances over Virginia Tech, Arkansas advances past Colgate, Texas Tech right now advanced past Utah State. Baylor is absolutely destroying Hartford at the moment. Illinois moved on, and we have a couple of other leads right now: Loyola Chicago over Georgia Tech and Oregon State over Tennessee at half, 33-19. So Tennessee's got a big mountain to climb to get back into the game so far. But man, okay, we've had a lot going on already in terms of our live reactions to March Madness. We're gonna step aside real quick. When we come back, we'll continue to talk March Madness, but we'll also take a look at NFL free agency, get into our favorite things from Twitter, which might just be this. This probably is my favorite thing right now. Is just how wild March Madness is already.
Look at the bright side, Ross. It's okay.
So I am very much enjoying this. We will be back here in a moment on the audio side, but we're sticking around with you here for the next 3 minutes over on the video side. Be back here in just a moment. Dylan Ross, Save Sports, Full Press Coverage, Full Press Radio Network. Woof. Anger.
Apparently, as fans pour out of the arena, it is just quiet over in Indy.
Yeah, understandably so. I can't imagine anyone being happy about this, except for Oral Roberts,
Except for Oral Roberts,
who I am dreadfully upset with at the moment.
Colgate really robbed us of the best possible matchup this tournament against Oral. So we could have had Colgate versus Oral if Colgate had won, Ross.
Whoa.
Which is just funny. Here, yeah. Let's see.
Woof.
Man. Did you see that happening?
No, not one bit. Not a single bit at all. And I strongly dislike it. Very, very strongly dislike it.
You telling me this? It was actually this man's middle name, and he chose to go through life as Oral.
Oh. Oh. Man.
Have you watched Falcon and the Winter Soldier yet?
No, not yet.
It's very good. It had a moment, Ross, and you'll know the moment. It had a moment where I went, oh, like the
yeah. No, we recently watched the making of video, like the making of WandaVision series, or not series, but episode. That was really cool to watch.
Also, shout out to Marvel for choosing their big badass action show to be directed by a woman and written by a black man.
Yeah, I'm all about it.
And it's awesome. The choreography is amazing.
Dope. I'm really excited. I'm excited to watch it. WandaVision did not have a lot of that happening in it. So I'm excited to see it here.
It's definitely a lot, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
So they've retconned something into the MCU to about the character to fit Anthony Mackie, and it's amazing.
Ooh, very cool. All right, here we go.
Okay.
All right, everybody, we are back here. Dylan and Ross, A Sports, bottom half hour of the show. You got our live reaction to March Madness for the first half of the show.
My camera fell.
I know. And then for the second half, we'll continue to keep you up to date with everything going on March Madness-wise, but we're also going to take our time looking through NFL free agency as things have continued to roll along. And maybe the market sort of,
what are you doing? I'm not even at my house right now. Hold on, I came over here.
He followed you. That's so wild.
I can't. There ain't no gumbo in the butter container.
Oh man, he hates that. He hates that.
I'll do that. Go down.
Go Tigers.
All right, Coach. You can go back. You can go back down the street.
Yeah, you can go back to chilling.
You can get whatever. Man, that guy is just so intrusive. Man, my goodness. Again, he chose to do it while my camera was down. So these people choose the worst time. I want to show them on camera, but it's always my camera's always just like falling over and stuff.
Hey, it happens.
Oh man. Well, Ross, what's been going on in NFL free agency? Because I'm gonna be real, I have not been able to keep up with it at all today.
Don't you worry, my friend. There are a lot of things that have happened over the past couple of days. Probably one of the highlights of which being, first of all, we should talk about this quickly. The Deshaun Watson situation continues to get more and more intriguing. It continues to get more and more kind of unexpected turn. Yes, large, exactly. Now, 12 women at this point being represented by this firm, reportedly right now. The information that we're getting, as I understand it so far, is coming directly from Busby, right? So we'll see exactly how all of this ends up panning out. But there was a report that came out earlier saying a dozen women at this point he is representing, or his firm is representing, and that they have spoken to another 10. So, woof, a lot going on here, and this just continues to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So, something that will continue to keep an eye out on as things pan out with all of this.
I'm sure that everybody's going to handle it extremely maturely.
Yeah, I am sure. Yeah. Tony Busby, this is per Sarah Barship, who is with ESPN NFL Nation. Tony Busby said his law firm is now representing 12 women and have talked to 10 additional women about potential cases against Deshaun Watson. So this is very important and something that we'll continue to follow and continue to check out. So that scenario continues to roll out, and we continue to get more information there. But NFL free agency also continues to fall into place. So there were some reports yesterday of Kyle Fuller expecting to be released today by the Bears. The Bears turned around and signed former Falcons cornerback Desmond Trufant. So that sort of furthers the expectation that Kyle Fuller will be released. Kyle Fuller, of course, $20 million dead cap for the Chicago Bears, turning around to release him. So that's quite a commitment to move on from at this point.
And speaking of former Bears, Ross, shout out to Mitchell Trubisky for signing over to the Buffalo Bills. I will say I am in, I guess, maybe the minority that loves this move for him.
I think it's great for him. I think it's great for him, right? Yeah, good.
Here's the worst case scenario. He doesn't hurt his stock by not really playing against Josh Allen, gets paid,
right,
and gets to learn that system. Best case scenario, him and Brian Daboll work together a lot. Brian Daboll and him get a relationship going. Brian Daboll gets a job next year. Brian Daboll brings Mitchell Trubisky with him.
Yep. It's a great scenario for him. It's a great scenario for him. And if nothing else, like even if that specific scenario doesn't happen, he will still have worked with Brian Daboll, who has a lot of respect around the NFL. And when he hits the market next year, even if he never sees the field, he'll have a name attached to him, kind of like Teddy Bridgewater did when he left New Orleans. Now, Teddy Bridgewater, of course, appeared in and won 5 games the season before. But even still, the season before that, he didn't really have a ton of playing time, and that's where the Dolphins were very interested in signing him, for instance. So even just being affixed to a coach that the NFL has a lot of respect for can grant you some additional opportunities in the market. Another big signing, Juju Smith-Schuster, heading back
to Schuster.
As Antonio Brown would say, is heading back to Pittsburgh, which I did not expect.
Again, I'm a fan of it. Go back to a system. If you're going to sign a 1-year deal, go sign with a system that you have at least a spot in, and the system already. Go back into the market next year. Next year's market's going to be crazy.
Very crazy. And that's the thing too, is like this. So this is a 1-year, $8 million contract, $1 million base salary, $7 million signing bonus, and 4 avoidable years attached to it. So that basically means that he is going to take on a very low cap number in 2021, and he'll have dead money over the course of those 4 avoidable years if the Steelers don't extend him, right? If he goes out there and plays really well in this first year, there's 4 avoidable years that are already a part of his contract that they activate, and then they end up becoming real years for him, and then he gets the extension with Pittsburgh, and then otherwise he hits the market again next year, and he's $8 million richer out of it. Yeah,
and I'm a fan of it. I'm a fan of a lot of the moves that have happened. I'm trying to think of what my favorite move has been in the past couple of days. Patrick Peterson to the Vikings. I like
Patrick Peterson to the Vikings would be really good. 1-year, $10 million deal there. I think that's great for Pat Pete and the Vikings. I love David Andrews going back to the Patriots. I thought that was great. Patrick Chung ends up retiring here, so that might open up a larger role for Kyle Duggar to continue to develop and continue to grow. So that's one of those things where it's like, shout out Patrick Chung for a great career. And then, of course, you open up a door now for Kyle Duggar to continue to get better.
Yeah. And now we got to look at. We do need to look at the Nelson Aguilar contract. Now that more wide receivers are being signed, this Nelson Aguilar 2-year, $22 million contract, not looking too great for the Patriots, with 16 mil guaranteed.
Ugh, man. Yeah. And you're watching receivers signed for like 1 year, $3.5 million contracts, 3-year, $3 million contracts, things like that. Like, they really, really shelled out for him. And they could have spent, I guess, just a little bit more, right? $37.5 million over 3 years would have been $12.5 million. That was the contract that Curtis Samuel got. And imagine Curtis Samuel in New England as opposed to Nelson Aguilar. Like, I'd take that any day.
They really rushed to sign Nelson Aguilar, and I guess for no good reason.
I don't know. I don't understand why.
To pay 28-year-old Nelson Aguilar $11 million a year.
Right.
16 mil guaranteed.
After Michael Brockers trade from the Rams to the Lions, he gets a new contract as well. 3 years, $24 million there. $11 million is guaranteed for that deal. So he basically gets an $8 million per year contract for an interior defensive lineman. That's right around where David Onyemata got last season with his extension. It's a pretty good deal for him. But now he's got 2 years at least that he's going to have to be in the same locker room as Jared Goff, who he said was a downgrade from from Matt Stafford. So there's that sort of dynamic to figure out. One of your guys you were very excited about hitting the market, former Tennessee Titans cornerback Adoree Jackson, is visiting New York on Sunday night. So he'll be visiting with the Giants, and then he goes to Philly on Monday to meet with the Eagles, according to Adam Schefter.
He seems like an Eagles guy.
I was going to say,
by that I mean he got hurt last year.
No, I'm just thinking about him in terms of like speed and athleticism, things like that. I think that he fits pretty well with what it is that the Eagles like. But I think either one of those landing spots benefits from having a healthy Adoree Jackson if he stays healthy.
Yeah, no. New York's making a bunch of sneaky signings that I like, except for giving Kyle Rudolph $8 million a year or whatever they gave him.
Yeah. The Buffalo Bills signed another tight end Jacob Hollister, to a 1-year deal. How are you feeling about that signing?
Good. That's a fun receiving tight end group.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they got Tyler Kroft, Dawson Knox, and Jacob Hollister now.
Mm-hmm.
David Njoku, didn't he sign an extension with the Browns?
Yeah, that was really interesting too, because that did not feel like something that was going to happen. So he gets basically the tender got guaranteed on the 17th. Yeah, I think it'll be really interesting to see exactly how that all pans out. Trying to see if we could find information on a deal for him, but I'm not sure I have it just yet. But yeah, we'll see exactly what happens with him. The Broncos and safety Justin Simmons landed their deal. 4 years, $61 million, highest paid safety in the NFL. Something to keep an eye out on for Anthony Harris and Marcus Williams, who are currently working on new deals with their franchises as well.